Hey, what's up, Jim? Oh, yeah. Get my computer going here. I'm sure Fat City will be second. He's usually first. Oh, okay, I got you now. I got you now. Hopefully,
Okay, I got you now. I got you now.
What's up, Keith? There's Fat. Told you.
Hopefully, okay, I got you now.
I gotta get my volume off here.
There's Fat. Told you. Hopefully,
Okay, volume's off. All right, how's everybody doing? I was just on Dark Waters Live. So was Jim. And so was Fat. And who else? But I'm eating Ritz crackers with peanut butter and Amish strawberry rhubarb. Barlow Jim was first. I thought I'd come on live for a little bit. I'm only going to do this no more than an hour. And that ain't no joke. Hell, it's already 12:28. Thought I'd just come on and say good evening to my extended family here. What's up, Vic Blades? Thanks for stopping in, Vic. I'm usually live every night for a little while. But Sundays are my giveaways every Sunday. Oh, what did I do today? Besides cuss and grit my teeth all day, I'm never working on a Texas toothpick again. These things are a booger bear, man. I got to get this. I put one scale on it before and it cracked on me. So I had to start over, but it's done. This bone, man, I tell you what. On this small of a knife, it's hard to put these bone scales on without cracking the bone. This is like the third one I put on here. What's up, Arizona? Don't you be timing out Jim now again, damn it. You're supposed to be taking care of your daddy. Man. Okay. I got the stag cut out for Paul's doctor's knife. So now I got to epoxy these on. Oh. This is deer antler. So that'll get epoxied on there. And this one on the other bolster. These will get put on here and I'm ready to shape tomorrow. So now yep. You show up on Sunday, you gotta be there twice to be eligible to win. First time you come on a Sunday, you gotta be interacting with everybody, getting to know everybody. So we know who you are. We know that you've been there. Then the following week you're eligible to win. Okay. I'm going to reveal how far I got on this buffalo knife. Or this buck 110. Unclamp it. It's been in clamps for 12 hours now. I like my shirt. Packers can suck my dick and kiss my buckus. Ooh, man, that's in there. I put a piece of 1084 in between the handle scales here to keep the brass liners from collapsing under pressure. Oh, that's a tubby. Got it a little epoxied in there. There we go. See if I can't cut my throat. Oh, there we go. That's my spacer bar. Yeah, I'll get the little Victorinox here and clean her up a little bit. In the inside, I got hot glue. Before I glue these scales on, epoxy these scales on, the old rivet holes need to be filled. Some people put tape on the inside here, but I just take hot glue gun and fill the holes with hot glue, let it harden, and then I scrape it flat with a razor blade. But the overrun of it's in the inside. You need them rivet holes plugged, where all your epoxy will squeeze out through them. And it's hard as hell to get out. The hot glue is easier to get out. Let me take this tape off. I put masking tape on the spine all the way down, keep the epoxy from going in between the rocker lock bar and the scale. You don't do that, it's going to be hard as hell to open and close the knife for about a year. You don't want no epoxy in there either when you glue it together. Okay. All right. Here's the spine. I carved it. Vine pattern. And then here's the horn so far. It's got to get sanded more and then buffed up. So it's going to be fat in the middle and it'll taper down towards the bolsters. Now, if you look at this is a 1970 Buck 110. It had all square edges. I made it like a today's modern Buck 110. It's all rounded over now. He don't like the sharp edges on the older Buck. I don't like it either. But there should be. No, Michael, that wasn't a Navy SEAL. I transported them. All my best buddies in the Navy were Navy SEALs. Sound like a jealous kid. You don't want no Navy SEAL. I drove them in their boats to their mission. That's what I did. Ha 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 ha. And I probably got out of the Navy before you were born. And I think it's past your bedtime, so you better go to bed. I'm going to call your parents and wake them up. Oh, that's it. I wish I had some worthy mods that would delete morons off my page. Anybody else? Well, I want to go hit that belt sander right now, but I know I'll wake my wife up. Ran into Pollywogger there. Where'd you run into him at the grocery store? Oh, I haven't had a cigarette yet, man. I got the blue fossil on tonight. It was funny. I made a comment on Darkwater's post. He's got a fossil on tonight too. I said, funny. I'm wearing a blue dial fossil, and he didn't see my comment. I don't think. What do we got? Some lag time here or what? Where's my other clamps? Go Vikings. They're going to have a tough time against Chicago this year. I'll tell you that. I would say Vikings might win one game out of the two. An older one for the right price? What, an older fossil watch? What happened to Big Jim and Luis? They come on here and just disappear. That's funny. They must be really tired. Fad, you can go in. You got Facebook, right? All right, Jim. Keep awake, buddy. I know you're tired. You had a long day today. I'm not going to be on long. Probably another half an hour. Anyways, yeah, you if you got Facebook, Fat City, go on Marketplace and type in watches, men's wristwatches, or men's or fossil watch. You'd be surprised what pops up, and you can get them at good prices. Like I said, I got that Seiko 5. It's a $275 watch. I got it for $60 on the Marketplace. Fossils are like 100 plus. They even go up to $2,000 a piece. But this model here is like $135 watch. You can find one of these probably for about 50, 60 bucks on my marketplace. You can find them in thrift stores. You can find them in antique stores. I found a couple of my fossil watches at antique stores. 25 bucks. Just look around, man. Garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, Goodwill, uh, 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 pawn shops, you name it. Marketplace on Facebook. You can find inexpensive watches all over the place. Or actually, I should say, over $100 range, expensive, for half the price. Just look around. Hit all the places. Fat City, is that your nickname now? Barney Fife? This thing locks up nicely, man. It's a booger bear to close, though. It'll work in. I didn't get no epoxy in there. That's a good thing. So you get all this hot glue out of here. I plugged them holes with the hot glue so the epoxy doesn't seep through when I put the scales on it. You fighting crime in Mayberry now, Fat City? I think I'm gonna get a Vicen. You hit this with a rasp. Well, I can't use a power sander right now, so I want to wake the wife up, so this will work. Oh, you know it. Andy Griffith Show was the bomb, man. I grew up watching it. Watched every episode. I even got me a Barney Fife T-shirt in the town of Mayberry when I was going to North Carolina a couple years back. Stopped in to get gas at a gas station, and I had no idea I was actually in Mayberry getting gas. How you doing, Brown Sugar? I'm showing off this Buck 110 that I put the ram horn on. I got it epoxied together. I'm taking these brass pins down to a manageable size so I can peen them. Somebody's gotta text me all the time. There we go. I can peen that. What was making that noise? Something falling on me. My little brigade's in the house. He's lurking. This ram's horn is way more forgiving than the bone is. That bone will crack right now. You hear Jim? Big Jim? Brown Sugar saying hi. There he is, Brown Sugar. Oh, got a long way to go. I'd be using my sander if my wife wasn't sleeping. But she's sleeping, so the rasp will do. Ugh. What's up, Chris? Wow, a lot of elbow grease. Relaxing? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. To me, this is relaxing. You know it's taking forever with this rasp. I'm going to have to get a better rasp. Gone is you at the crack of her name. Customizing a buck 110. Filing down the scales. What's up, the best of life? That's good for now. Where is my little pad of paper? That feels real good to hand. I like it. Pollywog. What up, Pollywog? I bet you wish you could mess up a knife like me, Pollywog. Man, I need something to get that taken down quick. I don't want to fuck around anymore, boy. Let's see what this does. Oh my God. I need some sharp rasps, man. Wow. Wow, wow. Plug my phone in so I don't drain the battery. Oh, knew that was coming. Lost me paper. I knew that was coming. No, it's not a Red Ryder. In case you can't tell, it's a buck 110. The Tornox, great tool for a Dremel tool. Smells like rotten ass. Just getting on everything, man. Oh, that smell. Oh, does it smell? Rotten ass, man. Smells like dust. Okay. It smells, folks, that's for sure. It feels good. Getting there. Ugh, man. Wow. Y'all falling asleep or what? Ain't nobody saying anything. Usually you're all talking to each other like you wouldn't believe. Just like to watch and see me do my thing, I guess, huh? Howdy, Jared. What we doing tonight? Browsing the web, are you? I get to craftsmanship. Yeah. Hello, Yukon Bob. What's going on, bud? Yeah. Looking good. I hate that was it. A Ford. Initiated by piece of shit vehicles, huh? Working on a piece of shit, sorry, Bob. It has to be a Ford. Or a Dodge. Now, I gotta get some good sandpaper here. I'm liking that. Sandpaper. Good sandpaper. Working on the stove, cussing away, huh? Oh yeah, the electronic fuel modulators, huh? You gotta love that systems, huh? 6, the EFM. That's the of all evil in most vehicles, ain't it? The EFM system, electronic fuel modulation. Gotta love it. I'm having that problem with my truck right now. What up, Claude? How you doing, buddy? You missed my live last night, Claude. Yeah, I'm doing great. I do need to go to bed early tonight, though. Figure maybe 3 o'clock at the latest. Would you? I made some more slips, gave them away. Tie-dye slips. Psychedelic slips. Yeah, I know. That's why I got off my phone, and when I went to OBS on my computer, it was perfect then. Did you go? Was you on it when I was on my computer? Did you log back on me when I went on my computer? I got off the cell phone and went on OBS on my computer. Yeah, it made a difference, didn't it? Well, I'm doing this buck 110 for Dean, Claude. It's his dad's 1970 buck 110. I rounded off all the edges because the first one's made had all them sharp edges, remember? Put ram horn on it for him. Carved the spine. She's getting there. I'd like to put a buff on it right now and see what it looks like. I got a suggestion. Don't know who would agree with it, but instead of saving money to buy a nice knife and raffle it off, how about saving the money for a couple months and buying some new live? What's buying some new live mean? Oh yeah, I got a microphone. I just got to get an adapter to plug it into my computer. But I do. I want to. Yeah, when I start making bigger money, it's starting to grow. Instead of making a couple hundred a month, I want to be, 3-4 months. I'll probably be making about 300-400 a month. Then I can start buying equipment. But yeah, I need to. I want to get a good webcam for OBS so it's crystal clear. I do need I want to get a swing arm microphone or maybe one for my shirt, like you said. That way I can walk around the shop live and not have to worry about a gaudy mic in my way. I agree with you, Claude. Because I can make little things and just keep giving them away, you know what I mean? That sounds like a better idea, Claude. Louis was here in the beginning, like usual. He sleepwalks right back into his bedroom and how's she looking, Justin? I owe Dean $250 of his charge card. I'm buying knives on this place. So I'm doing this for that $250. $400 knife. Some people sell them for $450. Hey, Claude, I know what a good idea is. You're right. Instead of buying a knife and giving it away, upgrade my equipment, my microphone and my webcam. That's an excellent idea. And then customize a buck 110 with ram horn and give it away. Would you all like to win one of these? One of my custom buck 110s? That'd be cool, huh? Custom buck 110 by Kodiak Edge. You go to sell it, you can sell it for $450. Because every custom buck 110 is one of a kind. There ain't no two the same. No matter who you get them from. Man, I like that swell, man. That feels good in the hand. That's what he wanted too, so. Yeah, when I can do some bartering, that's better. People would rather have something handmade by me anyways than a knife everybody else has got, right? You know what? You know what, Yukon Bob? You must obviously enjoy what you do. Because you're talking about the vehicles and the snowmobiles and working on them. You must really enjoy that. I want to put a buffing on this so bad. I'm going to go buff this side right here real quick. The only thing is my buffing wheel turned to kind of, the black will wear off on it, but I can wipe that off. Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a break, Bob, and just walk away for a while and gain your composure and talk to some good folks and go back at it. The stream's highlight of the day. What, this here? I'll be right back, folks. I can definitely see where I need a sand jet on this. Hold on, be right back. Yeah, I can see where this buffing wheel is turning some of these unfinished, unsanded places, filling it black with the buffing compound. But that just means that's areas where I need to sand it more. I just wanted to put a quick buff on it to show you what it looks like when it's buffed. This shit really pops when you buff it. I'm gonna go to Ace tomorrow and get a clean wheel with no compound on it. It looked like Justin lasted long, huh? There's I just want to show you what it looks like buffed. But like I said, I got a lot of sanding to do to it. You see all the imperfections from where it wasn't sanded yet. But I'll continue to sand it probably to about 1,000 grit, and then buff it with a clean wheel. But here's what it looks like when it's not buffed. That's what it looks like buffed. Not buffed. Buffed. So you can see all the imperfections where I need to sand yet. I'm just kind of rushing it tonight, but tomorrow I'll take my time and get it all sanded nice and smooth, including the bolsters. Everything's rough right now. See all the scratches and shit. But I shaped these bolsters. I took all the corners off of them. Everything will be like glass when I'm done. Yeah, you probably do think it looks like chicken. I think everything that you see looks like chicken. You're fat ass. You kill me, man. I know Justin thinks it looks like chicken. Oh man. That looks pretty good though, man. That's enough for tonight. Let's clean some of the epoxy off this blade. Grilled chicken knife. Yeah, that's what it is. Look good though, man. Everything's flush to the bolsters now. Got that nice swell. Looks like chicken, don't it, Justin? Make you look, making you hungry. Yeah, but that shit looks like glass when you get it all nice and smooth and you give it a final buffing. The grilled 110. It does look like chicken. Now I know where I need to sand. But I'll get it on the power sander tomorrow when the wife's awake. I'll get it to 2000 grit on the power sander. Definitely. Buck, not buck. You can change it from the buck 110 to the bear 110. Looks like claw marks on each side. Yeah, that's what it is. I needed to dye these cracks more to match this side. Look at this. You can see the kind of like the blood from it. Blood inside the horn. It's kind of red. That's blood. Each scale is a little different. You can't get these scales to match exactly. It's impossible. No two cuts of horn are the same. Not even close, but not the same at all. You get a little oil on this. Got some Johnson's baby oil here. I use it on my sewing machine. Get that down in there. Helps work that spring loose from any residue from sanding. Makes it a hell of a lot easier to open and close it. Wheels and wrenches. What's up, wheels and wrenches? Yukon Bob's the man you want to talk to. He's been wrenching on wheels all day today. He started this conversation out here talking about his adventures working on a snowmobile and a truck, and how he had to take a break and it's pissing him off. Yeah. All right. Man, I might have to buy this off of him when I'm done. That's the thing that sucks about making customs. Every one you're finished, you don't want it to leave your shop. It's getting there, though. I'll have it completely sanded and buffed tomorrow. All the brass will be like a fucking mirror finish. Oh yeah, here. Oh man, that works perfect. I'm watching myself on the camera. Don't get Bo Diddy with that baby oil. I hope Brown Sugar ain't watching. The average price on these custom Buck 110s, a basic starts out at $275 and it goes up to $475. Just depends on how much you want done to it. It could get up to $575 with a custom sheath. And I'm talking scroll work on the sheath and everything. Uh-oh, Brown Sugar was lurking. I'm sorry, Brown Sugar. I kind of forget sometimes I got a lady in here. Oh yeah, I mean, if you all want to check out some badass custom 110s, and actually he's the man that got me inspired to do these a couple years ago, is Kyle Noseworthy. Go to Kyle Noseworthy's YouTube channel. He's a Canadian from Canada. And his start out at $400. $4 to $475. The most expensive one he does is with the Mammoth Tooth. Of course, the Mammoth Tooth costs $140 to $160 just for the scale material. Just to buy the Mammoth Tooth. I think he sells Mammoth Tooths for like $525. You know, them custom shop Bucks ain't cheap either. If you go to Buck's site and order a custom made one, especially the 119 series knives, man, I've seen them things at $300-400. All right, thanks, sugar. Yeah. Packers can kiss my dicka. No. Can suck my dicka and kiss my buckus. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? Look at this, Paul. Antlers are made, ready to go. I'm epoxying them on right now. All the holes are drilled. Yeah, I have the 119 like it. 119 like what? Like this buck 110? With the ram horn? Custom shop buck 970 elk dagger. You won't touch one of these for less than 800 right now. This is elk antler with a buffalo hand carved on it. This is done in the buckshop by Wild Bill Cody. Both sides elk horn, or elk antler, I'm sorry. This has got bronze, brass, and nickel silver. I wouldn't sell this thing right now for less than $2,000. Only because my wife bought it for me for my anniversary. I talked the guy out of a couple $100. I bought this in Havelock, North Carolina when I was on vacation, visiting Claude Williams there. Yeah, this is like one of the most premier buck knives they ever made. The Elk Dagger, custom shop by Wild Bill Cody. He don't work for him anymore. I think he might have passed away. But this is a unique brown leather here. It's got the number on the back as usual, 970. The Elk Dagger. Now, there was only, how many were made? 250 of these made. This is number 65 of 250. Yeah, I'll never sell this. This is a gift to me by my wife. Yeah, I mean, when you make quality sheaths, they're going to be thick like that, you know. It's 3 layers of leather right there. In this case, I could see 2 layers to make this part. 2 layers all the way through, and then you got 1 more layer, and then the top layer. So there's 1, 2, 4 layers instead of 3 like you would normally, because they wanted 2 layers on this back part. The only knife more expensive than this right now by buck is that What's the name of that buck with the spikes on it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That thing's $1,000. That black knife, the old Rambo looking knife. Boy, I tell you what, I'd like to use this thing. But I won't though. I am getting some scratches on the back of the sheath from sticking it in though. But you got to take it out and keep it clean. Keep the moisture off of it. Paul, you see your scales? I'm gonna epoxy these now so I can start shaping them tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm gonna start making the two blades in the spring. Yeah, I didn't have no rough ridged deer antler. There is ridges on this. They're smoother though. So I'm gonna leave them alone and then shape the sides. Go from there. The only piece of antler I had that was straight enough to make these handles. I didn't feel like cutting the antler and boiling it in water for 2 hours and putting it in a vise and straightening it. Oh yeah, I'll decorate your backs. Don't worry about that, brother. Just like the buck 110 I just did. I got that done today. Carved the spine on it. Now I just got to finish sanding this horn. I kind of just now buffed this side so you can see what a buffing looks like. But you can see what the buffing will makes it look kind of black. So I'm just going to keep sanding until I get everything now, all the brass sanded down yet. And I'll sand everything completely to 1,000 grit. And then I'll get a clean wheel and buff it with a clean wheel. Yeah, this is ram horn. You can get a ram horn buck 110 done in the custom shop from buck 110, but I think they're like $325, $350 maybe. But yeah, you guys need to check out Kyle Noseworthy. Write that down and go visit his page. He's a Canadian. He's the one that inspired me to do these things. I learned everything off of him. And he, like I said, he charges $425 to $450 for his. And if you get one with, mammoth tooth, which it's very expensive, you're looking at $500 knife. But then when you pay $400 to $425 for one of these, you're gonna get that back when you sell it. Because they're serious collectors. They pay between $400 and $600 a piece for these knives just to have that one of a kind in their collection. And so I belong to the Buck 110 group on Facebook. Check out that Facebook group if you can. There's guys in there with 150, 250 Buck 110s hanging on their walls. You know what I mean? They just got one after the other. They've been collecting them for 20, 30 years. That's all they collect too, you know what I mean? They don't have 1,000 knives like me. but they got $1,000, at least 500. Yeah, and you knock $90 off the price. You know, if I charge $425 to $450, you know, for my members here it'd be $400, and then even less than that, depending on what. And take 90 off of that, so you're looking at $325 if you buy the buck. If I buy the buck, it's like I said, it's $90. So you're looking at $325. No, $300 if you send me the. No, actually, it'd be $275 if you send me the buck for members only here. But if I buy the knife, you know, you might as well add $90 more to that. So $365 for members only if I buy the buck. $275 if you buy the buck and send it to me. You know, like I said, that's pretty good compared to if you buy the buck or have a buck you need done. You're saving $90 there, and then you're not paying that. See, when Kyle does them, sells them, he's got all the bucks in stock. You know, all new bucks in stock, and some customers send them to him. But when he's paying that, he's charging that $400 to $450 for him. He's using bucks, brand new bucks that he's got in stock. But if I buy the auto, well, you want an auto 110? I never done a buck auto. I don't even know if I want to attempt it. But I can mess around with it. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. I might have to peen the scales on the trigger side instead of just gluing, because it's got a lot going on inside there. Once I take the original scale off of a buck 110 auto, I'll know exactly what to do. Either way around, you're going to pay $90 more. You buy the buck yourself, or you just have me buy it. I would say get the buck 112 Ranger Pro. That'll be a little bit cheaper even. You can get one of them done for like $240 if you buy the knife. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, it's up to you. Some guys like to have them both. Some guys like to have just this one, or some guys just like the smaller ones, you know. But it's what you like, Paul, not what everybody else likes. You order what you want and how you want it, and I'll make it happen. That's all there is to it. Just remember, every knife I do for you is a one of a kind. And if you pay, even if you was to pay $425 or $450 for a buck custom, right? Well, when you go to sell it, that's what you'll sell it for, because it's a one of a kind piece of art. You know what I mean? No two customs are alike. Not, you know. And serious collectors want all the different ones they can get. You can post it You could post any of these knives for sale in the Facebook Buck 110 group and you'll sell it to somebody, I guarantee you. There's people in there with deep pocketbooks. One guy in the Facebook Buck 110 group, he acts like it's a game. Endless money. He's got an endless supply of money. Oh, look at I got this week. He shows another 12 Buck 110 customs he purchased. Next week, oh, another six Buck 110s custom he purchased. You know, guys like that in that group, they see this knife, you know, when it's completed, they'll be like, yeah, hell yeah, I want it. Yeah, most likely. Most people that get custom knives made, they won't sell them. But when I do this, I write an authenticity card with it. I got a fancy blue card that I fill out. You know, I have made on the computer, and I fill out what I did to it, and then I sign it on the bottom. So you'll have that with the knife in a packaging I make for it. So, and then I'll put a receipt in the bottom of the box of its value. That way, if you keep it the rest of your life, if something happens to you, you pass away, well, the kids will find the receipt and they'll know the value of the knife, and they'll honor you since it was yours, and either keep it, pass it down, or if, say, for some reason they needed money and they had to sell it, they know $4.25. Don't sell these for less than $4.25. You know, it's like this. You get custom authenticity papers with it. You know, I do custom work like this here. I do your doctor's knife. You're gonna get custom authenticity papers with it. Meaning, this isn't a custom. This is a custom, one of a kind doctor's knife made by, not made by Buck, but made by Kodiak Edge. It'll say it on the papers. CAP4, CAP4, P4, CAP4, or whatever. Yeah, I've made several knives out of a railroad spike. They're novelty knives. I mean, it's one of the worst metals you can use. It's got less than 0.3% of high carbon in it, so they're really garbage. They won't hold an edge, and they're just terrible. Best two things to make knives out of would be pipe wrenches and files. They're high quality hard carbon steel. You passed out in your recliner again, didn't you, Jim? You're probably sitting there with your feet kicked up, watching me on your tube. Bed? Oh, you got a television in the bedroom too? Hey, you're all set. Yeah, this is my baby here. Bought in New Bern, North Carolina. 10 minutes from Claude Williams' home. I'm sorry, not New Bern, Havelock. 10 minutes from Claude's home. New Bern is like 40 minutes from his home. That's where we go fishing. And hopefully we'll get to go there again one day, huh, Claude? Bear claw shield on a doctor's knife. You mean my etching? My electro etching? I told you it's small. let me just, here's the etching pattern right there. I'll show you what's going to happen. Here's your blade shapes right here. If I put the bear claw etching on it, here's the big flat pill separator. I mean, you'll get the fingernails in there. You kind of see through it, it's translucent. But I can get the fingernails on there. And then on the other side, I'll put the Kodiak Edge on it. That's all you can get. Or on the blade here. Yeah, here on the clip point, you can get a little more bear claw on there. And put the Kodiak Edge on the other side. Oh, metal shield. Oh man, I never made a shield for a knife. Yeah, I could put a shield in it. You know, stainless shield, and then I'll etch the claws in it. Or I could just do a, what do you want? A round shield? You got any ideas of what shape of shield? It is tedious. It'll take me probably 2-3 hours to carve it out real small with the Dremel tool to put the shield in. Yeah. You know what I can do is, if you want to wait and you're not in no hurry, I can order a 3/8 mosaic pin this one fellow makes with bear claws in the pin. It's a round 3/8 pin, and I can cut that to thickness and put, and it's round, put it right in the middle. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll order a mosaic pin with a bear claw. You know how small a mosaic pin is. Let me see how big this one is. That's a 3/8 mosaic pin of a bear. He also makes a bear claw one, so I'll get the bear claw one if you want the bear claw instead of the bear. Then I just got to cut it like 3/16 of an inch wide. Drill the 3/8 hole and it'll pop right in. I've been wanting to order them from him. I should have already, but I didn't. So I'm going to get some more of these pins too, the bear. That's why I got it on there, Kodiak Edge, right? Now the sheath, if you get a bigger knife from me, you get the whole bear claw on it. I hand carved that in there. And you made the claw marks coming down. Put the Kodiak on the side. I guess anything's possible. Yeah, it'd be a lot easier to set a round pin than it will trying to dremel out a damn oval. I hate doing them on uneven surfaces. It's like one of these days I'm gonna spend $1,000 and buy a laser etcher. I could laser etch something on there, or even a round pin. I could laser etch a claw on it. It's just a matter of time. I'm gonna get one. It's on my bucket list already. Laser etcher. That way I can do, like I could put jigging on a bone. The laser etcher will put jigging on a knife too. Perfect jigging. Yeah, it is a bitch. I've done it though. Man, it took me every bit about 2.5, 3 hours to do it. Cause I got a Dremel press. It's like a mini drill press. Then I got to bring it down, and then I move the piece on a flat surface underneath it. Follow the line, and man, it takes time. That's why if I buy that laser, it'll cut that oval out perfectly. Just put it down on that laser pad and till it's done. Yeah. And I want it so I can put anything I want in the blades. Even like this here. With that laser, I can etch a bear claw, the full bear claw on that thing. And Kodiak Edge right underneath it. One day I'd like to get a laser plasma cutter. I could cut out all my blades. I could cut out 100 knives in one day. I might get a loan one day for about 10 grand and get me one. Once I pay up my yard tractor and my my camper. Once I pay out my camper and my yard tractor, I can get some serious tools. I'm gonna get a good 15 grand and buy exactly what I need. 72-inch grinder with all the attachable wheels, a laser plasma cutter, and a laser engraver. Oh yeah. If I get a plasma laser cutter, I can cut out 100 blades. I can even cut out the handle materials exactly to match. And in about 3 days, I could have 3 to 4 days. I could have 100 Sowbuster pocket drops I make. I can have 100 of them done in 3 to 4 days. For my online store and for going to flea markets and for Deep South Cutlery. How do you rehydrate old antler? You boil it. You boil antler, you boil ram's horn. Ram's horn you can heat up with a torch and it'll been rehydrated. It draws out the natural oils that's still in it. With ram horn, with heat. But with antler, you just boil it and it gets pliable. No, this is handmade in Germany. Solid in Germany. No, this one here, this is a case side buster. I bought this for $10 at an antique store the other day. This one here is handmade and solid in Germany. Like Karl Schlepper. It's an I brand. That's 10 times the knife this case is. Case knives are junk next to Schlepper German knives. They're junk. But everybody collects the cases. And hey, for $10 at an antique store, how could I turn it down, right? This thing was $35. And the whole blade is handmade. These cases are they're stamped out with a 200-ton press. Metal sheets are put down on a table, and the press just punches each blade out of a roll of steel. Where this, it's all handmade, forged, ground. So machine made, handmade. Big difference. Yeah, Paul, that's why I like to buy handmade knives myself. This is way more special to me from that company than this will ever be. Even though I still love case knives, don't get me wrong, but their quality's lacking. You're just paying for a tradition, that's all you're doing. And if I personally buy case knives now, if they're not 10 dots, I don't want them unless they're a steel like this, $10, right? Most of your serious collectors won't buy nothing but 10 dots. They're worth more money as they get older. They can far pass the price of a 3 dot like this. I got a 10 dot clasp, case clasp bone stag, $625 knife. If it was a 4 dot or even a 9 dot, it'd be about $375 to $400. $10 dots, and after the 70s, they started putting dots on them. For every dot is a year. When they take a dot away, like when in 2000, when the Sidebuster came out, there would be 10 dots. 2001, there'd be 9 dots. 2002, 8 dots. 2003, 7 dots. See? 10 dots signify that it's the first run of the knives in the decade. George W. Bush. Where'd you come up with that name? This is a 10 dot clasp here. Blue scroll clasp. Or actually, I'm sorry. This is not a 10 dot. This is from 48 to 60. Because they didn't have dots back then in X's. Because of its age, it's like a $625 knife. If you get a 10 dot, it's made after the 70s. It has 10 dot. It'd be about a 525, 550, $550 knife. The older the knives are, the more expensive. Since this has the case double X on it only, it's made between I want to say 1940 and 1940 to 1960. They made these knives. So this one's a little over $600 for it. Blue scrolls, the blue scroll clasp. It's a big boy. This one here, 1970, the start of the dotting system. This is a 1970 10 dot Whaler by Case. So since it's a 10 dot, a 1971 would be worth about 200. Since this is a 10 dot, this is easy 275. And up, depending on condition. And this thing's like next to, yeah, it's in excellent condition, but it's never been used. You can see the whale on the blade. No, it's not a Spyderco. These are what you call traditional folders, not modern folders. The side buster I can carry doesn't have any dots. What's that mean? That means you got one before 1970. I believe, maybe Barlow Brigade can help me out here. I believe between 1948 to 1960. No. 1960 to 1970, they didn't have dots. Let me see here. I got a case card here. Reference card. Let me look at it. Oh, I tell you what, Paul. You get case knives from, say, 1920 to 1940. They get in the thousands. $5,000 to $7,000 for some of the knives in mint shape in the box. $5,000 to $7,000. Once you get past the 40s, from 48 to 60, they can be 1,000 plus. Once you get into the 70s, you're only looking in the hundreds. Type in case collections on YouTube, and you'll see this old timer in there at a knife show. He has all his. He's got one box like you see I got with all my case knives in it. He'll point to it and he says, "This case of knives here is worth $27,000. This case here is worth $120,000. You know, and there's no more than 4 dozen knives in them." So let me see here. I can read this better with an eye thing on here. Over the years, Case has used numbers tank stamps. The ones shown here were the most common of their era. Okay, from 1905 to 1920, thumbs in the thousands of dollars. Well, that old timer on YouTube, I mean, he's been collecting knives for 60, 70 years, he said. And, you know, the knives he bought new 60 years ago are in the thousands. Okay. So from 1905 to 1920, it had W.R. Case and Sons Cutlery Company, Bradford, PA, stamped on the tank. From 1920 to 1940, they had Case tested in small letters under Case, tested double X. Them are in the thousands. From 1940 to 1964, they had Case double X. And that's what this has got. So, 1940 to 64, Case double X. That's all it says. So this knife, in looking at the age of this stag, I'm saying it's probably in the late 40s when this knife was made. And look at it. Everything's in mint shape. So I could possibly, you know, to the right buyer, sell this for over $1,000 easily because of its age. Okay, so like I said, Case double X is from 1940 to 1964, and that's what this one is. All right, and this one starts out at about $625 and up. It's not a cheap date. Now, Case double X USA, after 1964, so from when I was born, 1965, only 4 years to 1969. Only 4 years. Case double X USA, 65 to 69. All right. Now, 70 starts the 10 dot. This is a 10 dot. The first ever dotting system knife from Case, right here. I could possibly get in its shape, next to excellent. I could probably get $400 or $500 for this knife because it's the first 10 dot series made. I thought you said collection. Yours says Case double X USA that knife was only made for 4 years. Okay, it was made from 65 to 69. So you got a knife there from 65 to 69. You too, Claude. Have a great day, brother. We'll see you later, bro. Say hi to Cindy for me. All right, now, like I said, Case double X USA with dots, 10 dot. 1970, that's when they started the dotting system. All right. In 1970, Case added 10 dots beneath the USA on all knife tangs. Each year a dot was removed. So if you look at this one, you can't see it. It's got Case double X, 10 dots, and then USA. It's the 1970. All right. Now, the dot system was used again from mid-1993 to 99. And the Case logos changed too. Like from 70 bold letters, Case XX USA, and then the dots underneath. In 93, they changed the logo to Case XX, smaller letters, with the C with the swooping underneath. Then the same dating system was used in the 1980s. I'm sorry. I went across instead of down. After the 70s, Case XX, the same dating system was used in the 80s. The difference is the lightning bolt S in the case in the USA. 1980s. So now in 1990 to mid 93, the actual date was stamped on the tank. From 1990 to 93. Case XX, Bradford, Pennsylvania, USA. And for 3 years, from 1993, they actually put the date stamped on it. Only 3 years from 1993. So if you got a case knife with Case XX, Bradford, Pennsylvania, USA, from 90 to 93, they put either 1990, 1991, 92, or 93 on the knives. Now in 1990, 93 to 99, the dot system was used again from mid 93 through 99. Then in 2000, the new stamp, they changed their stamp look. The C, every 10 years now they're changing the stamp. So if you look at this one here, this is the 2010 to 2019, 2020, or 19, I'm sorry. And then other cases they got a, different stamp on it. But 2010, a new design was introduced. Much like the previous decade, the X's and the dots are used. And then they started putting 5 dots and 5 X's on the tanks. For every year they take a dot away. When the dots run out, they take an X away. So if you have 5 dots and 5 X's, you got the first one of 2010. This one here, what am I keep grabbing the German one? This one here is a 2010 to 2020. There's only 2 X's on it. So no dots, and only 2 of the 5 X's are remaining. So that tells me this is a 2017. You can get these cards from Case, or you can find them at a lot of knife dealers. They have them in stock. It's a good tool to have. Little ruler on the side. You can measure what the length of blades are, on your pocket folders. This one here happens to be the Sodbuster Junior, happens to have a blade of 2 5/8 inches. And then here now, you get into the handle materials, right? This is a yellow synthetic. I know it is. Now, on the other side of the blades from the dating system, they have the model number, the make, or the make a knife, which is the side buster. They got a number series 3137. Well, the 3 is the number for the yellow synthetic material. The 1, it means it's one bladed. If it had 2 blades, it'd be a 2 instead of a 1. And then the 37 means that's the model number, Sidebuster Junior. And this card tells you here. Now I'm looking at the first number is a 3, smooth yellow synthetic. Number 1 means one blade. And the 37, if I look at 37 on the other side, it doesn't say it. But it tells you here 6347 on this card. You know, the 3 means how many blades. The handle material is the 6. Well, what does 6 mean? It means jig bone. Okay, so this one should have 6 on it. And it doesn't. Because they didn't have that back then. So, yeah, this is a good tool to have. I mean, it's a quick reference. But they don't have all the handle materials on here. Yeah, they got the handle materials on here, but they don't have the pattern numbers. Okay? So the pattern number, I already know on this one is 37. When because some of these dealers will say, hey, you got a number 37 in jig bone? Well, it's good to know what a number 37 is. You know, a Sidebuster Junior. A Sidebuster Senior, I think it's a 34. I'll take a few more cases out here and show you. Here's 2 more synthetics, so that'll be a number 3. So here's the Sidebuster Senior, the big boy, and then here's the Junior. See the difference? So now we flip them over. The 3 yellow synthetic, right? 2 on this one would be 2 smooth black synthetic. So 3 is yellow synthetic. If you look on this, these 2 here are yellow synthetics. First number will be 3. 3 1, right? One blade. 3 1, one blade. Okay. This one here, 3 blades. Now, this will say 3 3. I'll show you. On one of the blades, it'll have the number. Is it on the sheep foot? Yep, it's on the sheep foot. Okay. 3 3 1 6. 3 yellow synthetic. 3 yellow synthetic. 3 yellow synthetic. 3 1 1 yellow synthetic, one blade. 3 1 yellow synthetic, one blade. 3 3 yellow synthetic, 3 blades. Okay. Now, this model number is 16. That's the Stockman number. This model number is 37. That's the number for the Sidebuster Junior. This model number is 38. The Senior's 38, and the Sidebuster Junior is 37. Okay? This one is 48. because it's the slimline trapper. Model number for slimline trapper is 48. Oh, the model number for the regular trapper is 54. Here's your regular trapper, and here's your slimline trapper. Regular trapper's model number is 54. Now this trapper has 2 blades. This only has 1. So again, 3 is yellow synthetic. 1 is 1 blade. This is 7, which is the maple. 2, it has 2 blades. Okay, and its model number for the regular trapper is 54. The slimline trapper is 48. Okay, the model number on this clasp is a 72. 5172. If you go to here, 5, it's stag. Genuine stag. Okay? So the 5 means genuine stag, the 3 means the synthetic yellow, the 2 means synthetic black, and the 7 means the maple. So I hope I'm sharing something with you that you understand better now. So this is important information when you collect knives or a collector talks to you. He'll say, hey, you got a 5172? Well, you know the 72, the last 2 numbers is the model number. That'd be a clasp. Or hey, you got a 7254? Well, you know a 54 is a full-size trapper. Hey, you got a yellow synthetic 48? Well, you know the 48 is a slimline trapper. So memorizing the numbers are what each knife is. The last 2 numbers. Everything. This is a 72. That's the number for the clasp. Full-size trapper, 54. Slimline trapper, 48. 38 for the senior sodbuster, and the junior is 37. Stockman, 16. Now that'll remain the same on every case knife in the series. Every Stockman will have a 16 at the end of it, meaning it's, hey, you got any 6? Some dealers say, you got a 6 number 16? Well, okay, jig. That means the jig bone. That means the jig bone Stockman, right? Hey, you got any 648s? Okay, a jig bone slimline trapper, right? I mean, most of you won't get into dealer collector talk like that, but it's a good thing to really start to understand, especially if you want to get into collecting case knives. I don't have them all memorized. Big Jim, he's been collecting knives 5 years longer than me. He don't have them all down. You know, unless you're a dealer, an auctioneer, specifically for knives, or a wheel-in dealer of case knives only, you're really not going to memorize all the patterns and keep them in your head. But one thing you can pick up on is learning what is the number for stag. 5. Okay. Now you guys will remember that stag, genuine stag knife is a 5. Now this is stag, deer stag. This is bone. Number's different. Bone is 6, stag is 5. Yeah, these cards are valuable. I got an extra, Paul. I'll send you one with your knife. Like I said, these don't have all the materials on them. But what's cool on this card, they do have all the blade shapes on here, so you can start memorizing the blade shapes too. Sheep foot, spear blade, spay blade, Warncliffe, pen blade, drop point blade, pocket clip, California clip blade. Them are easy to learn though. Yeah, Tony, give me $1,000, you can have this one. These down here aren't that expensive. And for what I do to this knife here, you'd have to trade me all these knives here to get this from me. Well, this is what they call jigging. It's not really an engraving. You know, but this is natural on a stag. On the jigging on the bone is done by a machine. They got different styles of jigging, you know. Now this one here is a side buster too. Just like this one, right? They're both juniors. So again, 6 is the material with this jig bone. 1 blade, 37. 3 yellow synthetic, 1 blade, 37. They're both 37s. So dealers say, hey, you got a 37.6. Well, what does 37.6 mean? 37.6 means the 37 pertaining Sidebuster Jr. and the 6 pertaining jigged bone. You know, and if you really want to learn this, then the more you take the knives out, you know, go online. If you don't have these cards, reference all the reference you need is online. Sit them down in front and just start looking at it. Get one of each that you have. You know what I mean? Like a side buster, you only need one. Synthetic, you only need one bone. You know, you get you a 1 stag. Like I'll get a stag, one of them. Nope. Well, I don't have a stag side buster, but you know what I mean? You'll get 3 different materials on this one in front of you. 3 different materials of the trappers in front of you, you know. And then you'll get one like that. That's brown burlap micarta. And now Case is actually selling them with micarta on them now. And I don't know what the number is yet, because I haven't bought one yet. Yeah, Jack's in the wrong group. This ain't a Leatherman group. This is a traditional, a bladesmithing group. Now, I can make you a Leatherman tool, but you can't afford it from me. But, and for the price of this knife, I can buy 5 of them Leathermans. Price of this knife, I can buy 3 Leathermans. But, yeah, he's in the wrong group. I'm trying to teach my boys here a little more about Case knives. I'm probably not teaching Barlow Jim anything. He's been there, done that with these. He knows what I'm saying already. I'm just trying to share it with those who don't know about identifying them by the numbers in the stamps on the knives. You know, and it's iconic to collect the Case knives, you know, as a pocket knife collector, not a Leatherman collector. So yeah, I made this one. So, and if you look at it, what I started from, the pattern number's still on here. This is a 6137, right? Oh, damn it. So what knife was this made? What knife was these custom scales added to? Well, if you look at this one here, 3137. This is 6137. So guess what that was made from? I already told you the number. If this is a 6137, 6 being the material. Look at this one. Wait. 6137. Hold on. 2137. I can't remember myself. Hold on. Was it bone? Yeah. I took a bone scales off of this knife to put brown my cart. This is a 6137, and so is that one. But I took bone off of this one to put this on here. You know, this one here, black synthetic, right? Two, one blade. 38, 37. Again, the 38 is the senior side buster, and the 37 is the junior. Now the numbers are differently or are further apart on the trappers. This one, again, is on a damn sheep foot, or the opposite blade. This one is a 54 model number. This is a 48. 49, 50, 51. See, there's three digits apart on these. These are only one digit apart. 38 to 37. So, you know, the more you handle these knives, the more you collect them, the more you have them in your possession, the more you start learning all the model numbers. And like I said, you don't have to worry about it unless you deal with, you know, when you're specifically looking to buy and sell, trade and sell case knives at auctions or flea markets, or, you know, if you wheel and deal a lot of case knives, it's a good thing to learn all this. Because somebody's going to say, hey, you know what I mean? They're going to say, hey, you got a 648, 6 being a jig bone slimline trapper. But this ain't a 6, it's a 3. Yellow synthetic. 3, yellow synthetic. 3. Okay, I'm done ranting. My oldest case knife, I've got a Coke bottle from I think it's one of these here. I'm not certain, but I thought it was this one here. I'll look at the models, numbers, or the ages in them. (1920 to 1940). That one right here, Stockman. Let's see what these are. Yeah, this one's past the 70s here. This has got the Case Double X USA with the dots. This one's from the 70s. I had a guy offer me $800 for this knife. It's pocket worn and used. Because of its age. Now, if this was in mint shape, this knife would be worth about $2,900. I mean, mint shape, in the box, paperwork, everything. You know. Deep South, when you go to their auctions, a lot of the ones that they sell, they would sell one of these for like $325, $400. But a lot of the knives they're selling, they don't have half the boxes for their knives, so you're not getting the knives. Sometimes the value of the knife in mint shape, the box can be half the value. If I had this with the box and it was in mint shape, $2,500, $2,900. Without the box, in mint shape, $1,400. You know what I mean? I mean, everything together makes a big difference. Now this one here, Case XX USA. This Coke bottle is $65 to $69. This is the last of the Case knives without the dotting system. In 70, they started the dotting system right here. Yeah, this is, again, this one is 1965 to 69. This was made around when I was born. Case XX USA. And this has the dots. So this is a 70. Yeah, this is 65 to 69. This is a 70 to 76, I think it was. $70. Yeah, 79. $70 to $79. So this is the oldest Case knife I got right here. Case tested XX. Case tested XX, 1920 to 1940. That's it. This is a 3-bladed Stockman. And a lot of times you can tell the year just by the shield. Because every 10 years they change the shield too. So this is a well-used, pocket-worn, my oldest case. 1920 to 1940. I wish this was in mint shape. So this, right in the condition it's in, it's almost as valuable as this. A couple hundred less. But if this was in mint shape, this would be worth twice as much as this. Yeah. That's why the guy offered me $800 for it, because he knew pocket worn. A lot of them collectors, they like the patina, especially in the older ones. Oh boy. Anti-Soshi's back, y'all. Yeah, if this was in mint shape with the box, you're well over $2,000. That is the oldest case knife I have, 1920 to 1940. And by the looks of it, it looks like it was probably made in the 20s. How wore it is, you know what I mean? But it's not that worn down on the blades. If you can tell, it is worn. This one here has been worn because you can see how, you know, that kick. I should grind that down so it sits better in the knife. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. Now see this shield from here. Case USA. Now this, I need a pencil. I could probably see it. I can't see it. This is another pocket worn though. I like the pocket worns because I'll carry them. Like this here, 1920 to 1940. I sharpened it, I carry it, I use it. Because why not? You know, I don't have the paperwork, I don't have the box. The scales are in excellent shape. They've never been chipped, no cracks. But it's been well used, so why not well use it? You know, when I want to get rid of it, I can still sell it for $800. Okay, I need to put all these back. I got too many knives out here. So I hope you understand the system a little bit better here. Like I said, Paul, I'll send you one of these cards when I send your knife. In fact, I'm going to get some more of them. I might start sending them cards, that and the buck one, to my members, my patrons. You know, as a twerk, a sticker card package. You know, I'll give my sticker with the cards, the buck and the case identification cards with my stickers when I give them out from now on. He won a knife yesterday on some goofball's channel that plays a kazoo. He won tonight, too. Oh, man, he's on a roll. The Lord's rewarding him for getting his ass back to work. Just kidding, buddy. The thing I hate about these side busters, the smooths. Look at this, is smooth, right? Why don't they put a shield on it, too? I mean, what's up with that? I guess some, even the junior don't have a shield on it. This one does. Oh, yeah. What did I have that in? I had this in Paul's. Here my Irishman Victorinox. My lovely wife got me for Christmas. Victorinox's custom shop, and I got their pocket clips. They sell pocket clips for their Victorinox knives now. They have for several years, but I need to get some more. I want to put one on every one of my knives. All you do is take that keyring clip off, and then it just screws to itself through the keyring hole. Needy knives, what'd you win? Yeah, I mean, go on. It's right here, the stamp, SKS Plus. That's the Swiss Knife Shop, Custom Shop, SKS Plus, Custom Shop by you know, Victorinox. They make custom scales you can pop on. This whole knife actually came from SKS Plus. And then you can get the accessories, different color You know, I could get a brown screwdriver to go in a corkscrew if I want. They got all the different colors: red, yellow, green, blue, black, gray. They got extra pins for putting in there. They got all the extra gizmos that you might lose. They got everything. And they got different color pocket clips now. I got a new SAK today. Swiss Army knife today. A weird one. I'm going back this weekend to Ottawa. I'm gonna buy out the rest of them Swiss Army knives they got in that Ace Hardware. The things are all like 10 years old. And I'm gonna buy them bone stag case knives they got there too. If you see my video, $37 and $39 for, you know, for a bone stag fucking full size trapper and congressman or stockman. How weird is it, Jim? Elnox? What has it got? Elnox steel on it? It's called an Elnox. It's got the hole in the blade for flicking it open. Kind of looks like a bird's beak, don't it? That's the one I'm going to get that I showed you in my live the other day. Sunday. They got one there for, I think he said $47. Elnox, yeah. That's the one with the bird-shaped thing on it, I think. It looks like a bird's beak with an oval hole in it. Is that the one you're talking about, Jim? Or am I wrong on that? Gosh darn it. Keep doing this stupid shit. Alox. I can't remember what an Alox looks like. I'll look at it. Elnox, that's got 5 tools on it, and it's round on both ends, right? Elnox, Red Cross Farmer Elnox Swiss Army knife. Silver metal covers, huh? Yeah, with the Red Cross in the middle, right? It's called the Red Cross Pioneer, right? 3 tools. It should have 4. Bottle opener, can opener, small pen blade, and a reaming tool. Did one break off or what? blade cap lifter scissor. The blade, the bottle opener, the scissors. That's it. Somebody must have modified it because they all came with four tools. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You think very old, huh? I think the last time they made them were in the 70s. After the 70s, I think they quit making them. So I would say probably it's got Elinox on the blade with a umbrella. They also had single blade. They had them with 4, 3, 2, and 1 tools on them. You know, you can get them with just a blade if you wanted to get them. I know what it looks like. They're real slim with a single blade, and then they get a little bit wider with the 3 tools. Yeah. The single bladed ones, you can get like up to $100 for them right now on eBay. The one you got, you can actually get about 100 up to 150 for the one you have. Yeah, you got the 2 layered. Them are selling for up to $150 depending on the condition. But on average, $95 if it's been used. What in the heck? Get out of here, man. Come on. What is my damn chat log doing now? Freaking out. Come on. I can't get this damn thing off of here. Well, I gotta piss, y'all. Damn. I'll be right back. Okay, where were we at? Ah. What is my dang chat log doing? There. Okay. How much are they with 18 tools? Well, it depends on how old it is, what condition it is. But other than that, 18 tools, I mean, standard price, it could be $79 or up. It depends on the age of it, Justin. Here, read it. I'm a Bears fan. If you know anything about the Bears, you'll understand the shirt. That's what it says. See, us Bears fans absolutely hate Green Bay, especially when Rodgers was quarterback. I need to put all these case knives back. Wow. Pulled a lot out. But for most, unless they're really rare or really old, you're not going to get much for Victorinox knife. Why it's fucking cold in here? What the fuck? God damn, man. All right. Back to work. Okay. Man. So anyways, this is turning out sweet. I can't wait to get it all sanded, buffed up really good. I'll epoxy these on tomorrow. Pulse. Doctor's Day coming along. I'll start making the blades in the spring tomorrow. That's what it is. Yeah, it's gonna be badass when I'm done with it. Is it Thursday? I'm gonna order the bear claw mosaic pin. I'm gonna get some more of these bears too. These here you can see through them. Let me do that again. I can't. Oh, I didn't have my seam down. Yeah, you can see through these pins. See what I got here. Try to pull that further away. I like to see through them on my knives. What good is a slip joint knife without a half stop, Paul? You're definitely getting all the bells and whistles. I don't make a custom folder without a slip joint, without a half stop. I don't. It protects your fingers. Especially when you get it, it's going to be razor ass sharp. You can cut your hairs off your arm with that thing when you get it. I got to take this one apart, put a half stop in it. Or I might just leave it alone because it's almost 10 years old. I got another synthetic I want to take apart. This thing's sharp as hell too, boy. Clean the glue up my finger. This is 1095 high carbon steel. You sharpen it quick in the field. Razor's edge. Yeah, I mean, I look for knives with half stops really, but you can't avoid it in most cases. See, the German one don't have it either. This one I might take apart because I don't really like this. I might put some genuine stag on this. I might put ram horn on it. I don't know. Kind of digging that ram horn. Think about owning your own knives. You can do whatever you want with them if you know how. I got a buddy that owns, my buddy Rich owns a knife shop. He says, "Man, you got a knife you don't modify?" I said, "Yeah, I got some knives I don't touch, but." So, anyways, fellas, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I really do need to set my alarm and get up early tomorrow. I slept till 1 o'clock today or yesterday. I don't want to do that again tonight. I gotta get up. I want to get up at 9. Yep, and I'm about ready to close her down there. Reserve. We'll talk to you later, Paul. We'll go live again tomorrow night and show you where I'm at on this. Depending on how much time I got tomorrow, I'll probably have these glued on or epoxied on and shaped. At least you'll see the final look of your handles anyway. If I got any time, I'll make the blade in a separator in the spring, but I doubt it. I got to work on a gazebo tomorrow that I didn't complete because of winter. So, Woody Wood, all right, we'll see you, man. We'll see you, Big Jim. You can go back to bed now. Or wait, you are in bed. I don't feel like I have to rush. Well, I'm really not rushing, but I got so many things going on at once. I got to start my brother's. He brought me a weight bench in, seat and back rest. I got to reupholster for his work. Always doing something. Sooner or later, when I start making good money on YouTube, I can start all the side jobs. I'll probably continue to do upholstery, but it's only going to be custom chopper seats. I want to get known for doing custom chopper seats. I'm already getting there. It did. Throw in my watchmaking with it. So, all right, yeah, I'm going to get out of here and call it a night and maybe check out one of Big Jim's videos before I go to bed. And I'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace. Thanks for stopping in again. Have a good night, everybody. Laters.